Huh. What's up, guys? I'm back. Um, this is gonna be a short video. This is not gonna be a long podcast or anything. I just wanted to come in and kind of tell you all the things that have been going on for the almost past year after my last podcast that we dropped this year. So it hasn't been that long, but it's been long enough for me to understand that I need to get back on. So here we are. But I want to post a little small video about what I've been doing, where I've been at, and how things are going, and where things are going to go after this. This is a good video because nothing's going anywhere. Nothing's changing. Nothing's going to disappear. Moshcast is here for good. So that's good. And I wanted to say I appreciate all of my fans that have been here through everything and watch all the videos and support the Moshcast as much as they can. And all the people that have been on, for the most part, I appreciate y'all taking time to do so and sit down with me and just talk your stuff and let us know what Amarillo's about and what music's about to you and your opinions and what matters to you and just how you live your life. And I think I'm saying this for everybody is we appreciate you opening up and talking about the things that y'all do on this podcast and being funny and doing silly things and just kind of, going out of the ordinary and talking about things that you probably wouldn't normally talk about to random people. And I've met a lot of random people, and I've made friends with a lot of people that I thought I wouldn't make friends with on this pod. So I just want to say to the people that watch, I appreciate y'all so much for watching, and if y'all are still watching, I appreciate y'all sticking around for myself, and so there's that. And I appreciate all the people that have been on the podcast and have stayed loyal to the pod. So there's that. So this is where I'm gonna just talk about what's been going on and what has been happening and why I've been gone for so long. So if you've been watching for about 2 years or so, my life kind of changed dramatically to the point where I was trying my hardest to continue with the podcast, and it just was not working out. And as much as I wanted to continue with the podcast, I wasn't getting any of the quality videos out and quality content out to y'all, and for that I apologize. I was just in a very bad place mentally. I would say I'm kind of still I wouldn't say I'm in a bad place mentally. I'm just working on my mental health a lot lately, and it's been kind of a road that I have to go along with. So there's that. So I wasn't doing the podcast that I felt like I could go to my full potential, and all the content that I was doing wasn't at its full potential as well. And so that was going on, and then that kind of turned into a whirlpool of doing a whole bunch of crazy shit. I got into a lot of really bad situations. I was doing a lot of really bad things. I wasn't doing anything bad to anybody. I was just doing kind of just bad shit to myself. I wasn't like physically harming myself or anything, but I was doing drugs and I was drinking a lot excessively. I was excessively doing a lot of things. I was excessively doing drugs, excessively doing alcohol or drinking alcohol, and I wasn't taking care of my body and my mental health. And, you know, from those videos and everything and what I have talked about vaguely, my life was just not good. And with that was being relationships, that was being with friendships, and people that I put myself around. They just weren't the best people to be around. And unfortunately, it took me to a place that I felt like I couldn't get out of. And so I had to get myself out of there somehow, some way, and I did. And it was just a gradual walk of this path of trying to help myself be better so that I can be better for myself and for the people that are now around me and for y'all and for the pod and for the people that get on podcasts and talk to me. So that was happening. And then at the time also, I was planning on getting my hernia fixed. That has been a very big, huge issue with me for a long, long time. I finally got that dealt with. So I had surgery around February 27th of this year. And it was just a long healing process, long enough to kind of stop everything that I was trying to do. And I'm kind of glad that it did, because it kind of showed me this. It kind of showed me what I'm talking about right now. I didn't want to pause the podcast. I didn't want to take the time to pause, and that kind of forced me to do so. And so I had the surgery, and it went very well, and I had a really good recovery, and now I'm here. But hold on. Think about the things that were bothering me and the things that I had to fix myself. And now here we are. And I just wanted to come on here and just state all the things that have been going on. Oh, also, I wasn't sleeping well. I wasn't sleeping at all. Got a sleeping study done, and I was doing very badly when I was sleeping. So they did some tests, and they fixed it, and now I'm sleeping a whole 7-8 hours a night. So that was another part of the issue that I was dealing with, was just doing all that stuff, my hernia and my sleep. Excuse me. And it was just a whole bunch of shit that I had to fix before I died, basically. I was either going to die by my hand or my health, and I didn't want that to happen. So I had to fix a lot of things, and I know this is kind of like a downer conversation, but I mean, it's the truth, and it happened, and we're here now, and we're doing okay. So I want y'all to know that the podcast is going to change just a little bit. I'm going to be a little bit more on the dot when it comes to conversations, talking about things that I feel like would matter to the person I'm talking to, and talk about the things that y'all probably want to hear. We're still going to do the same thing Moshcast always does. We're going to be silly. We're going to be funny. We're going to do crazy stuff. We might drink here and there. That was another issue. I was drinking a lot on podcast, and it was getting out of hand because it turned into I was drinking every time I recorded, and then I was drinking every day just to get, just to feel something, just to be like, okay, I can do pod if I'm drinking, or I can do this if I'm drinking, or if and it wasn't good. And so we'll drink here and there, but I don't think we're gonna get too wild anymore. It's just for morale purposes. All of my podcasts that you have watched in the past, they have gotten super, super crazy. And I think it's just time to turn a new leaf. And I don't want to be that kind of person, per se. I still want to be myself, and I still want to do the things that I'm wanting to do. I just, for everybody's health, and it's like recorded and it's on YouTube, for the people that are on my pod, I don't want to put anybody in a crazy light, and it has happened before, because another thing that I like to do on pod is I don't necessarily like to edit or cut anything. I feel like it has helped me think on my feet. The podcast has really made me aware of like things that I say, things that I do, because if I record it and I post it, it's there. And I try not to cut anything. There has been a few times where I've had to cut a few things that we've said, or the person I'm interviewing said, or I've said, and it's very few. It's very rare. But when it comes to the podcast, I like to be 100%. This is why I do the podcast like this, because I don't like shiny things. I don't like it to be professional. I don't like it to be at 100%. It never is at 100%. There's always issues. There's always problems. And that's a bad thing for others, but it's a good thing for me, because it shows me that I'm human, and it shows that everybody else is human, and we can still have a good thing with what we have and what we can afford and what we can do. And if it's good enough for everybody, it's good enough for me. And I want everybody, and I've always said this on pod, if you have a dream, just do it. It doesn't take that much to do. You've seen me at my house. You've seen me at other people's businesses. You've seen me all around the place. I've been outside with the pod. I've been at shows with the pod. I've been at Print Nation, at Vinyl, at the record store, at shout out to High Fidelity. Love the guy. Love you, Ray. I've been everywhere, and I've done everything. And I kind of felt like I have past that limit, or past the bar of what a podcast can do. I know it gets crazy, and I know it's not for most, but for the mosh people, or what would you call yourselves? The mosh fits of the Moshcast. Y'all enjoy it and y'all like it. I appreciate everybody that comes to me whenever I'm outside and talk about, hey, I love that pod that you did. It was funny. It was crazy. I enjoyed every minute of it. I want you to do more. When are you going to do more? And I'm wanting to do that. Every time somebody talks to me about my podcast, it gives me more power to do this for y'all and for myself as well, because this is all I've ever wanted to do. I wanted to do music, and I wanted to do pod. And I've accomplished both, and I want to continue to do so. So we're going to continue to do as crazy as we can and as wild as we can and mosh out as much as possible. There's a few kinks that we still got to, deal with always. Like I said, the Moshcast is not 100%. But I feel like I'm in the right spot to continue to do this. I feel like I'm mentally ready to do this. I need to get back into it, and I need to do this for our community. One of the biggest things that has been shown to me while doing this here in Amarillo, Texas, is that a lot of the times, the majority of the times, it ends up not being for the community anymore. And I understand that people need to grow and progress, and they need to prosper in what they are trying to achieve, and that's your hustle. And I give you your flowers for that, and go on and do that. But the majority of the time, people lose the community aspect of what they are trying to achieve in the music game, and it sucks. And it's one of the things that, especially here on Moshcast, and especially me as an artist, as Almighty Sai, have tried to achieve, where if I find an artist that I like or not necessarily vibe with, I'm going to give them their flowers for doing what they have done, and they're going to be on the pod, and they are going to be at my show. I might not like it, but somebody out there likes it, and there's a reason why they do their music, and there's a reason why I want them on pod. So I've walked these streets, I've talked to these people, and they do a really big thing and a really good thing, and then it turns into money. It turns into who likes who doesn't like who, and who shouldn't be there ever. And my rule, and I've said this on pod as well, as if you're not a horrible person, you never R-worded, you never abused, you've never hurt animals, you never hurt kids, then you're okay. I'm sure there's a few other things, being a terrorist or whatever, but people just lose hope, I guess, when people are assholes. And if you're an asshole, then you're an asshole. But if I like your music, then you're probably going to be on pod, and you're probably going to be at my show. And because I can be an asshole too, and everybody can be an asshole. If you're not a horrible person, you're going to be on pod. And that's another thing that the podcast has shown me. That's another thing that these streets have shown me. That's another thing that my shows have shown me, is that there are fucking horrible people in the music game, and they're bad. And for the people that follow me, I want to apologize for bringing people around that I was unaware of, that might have had things going on that I was not aware of at the time. Sorry, hold on. That I was not aware of at the time, that I later on found out who they are and what they have done, and I no longer associate with them. And if they are at it, the thing is with my shows, is if they're at my show, they're people that I have agreed with their morals and who they are as people. If you don't like somebody, just don't like somebody, then I'm sorry. But with the people that have shown me who they are as their true colors, they no longer are at my shows. And another unfortunate thing that I have to deal with is that if I am at a show that I'm not a part of 100%, most of the time those people that I don't associate with are there. And I can see how that would probably affect a lot of people. Why do you hang out with this guy? Why do you talk to this guy? I don't talk to him. I don't hang out with him. I don't associate with them. Unfortunately, they're just at a show that I am at. And maybe I need to think harder about some of those things and think deeper about those things too. So yeah, like I said, the Moshcast is going to be the way it's always been. It's going to change just a little bit, but it's not going to change in the fact of, like, y'all are going to see anything super, super different. So if y'all have any ideas, like, definitely comment or hit me on Instagram. You know how I am. You're going to see a lot of new faces. I think I've got a handful of people that have not been on pod that I want to get on pod, and I want to talk to them. And so you're going to see some new faces. You're going to see some old faces, some people that have been on my pod. And I have a lot of things going on. I'm still doing shows. I've been doing a lot of shows for the summer, and now that summer is kind of dwindled down. I'm going to get back and do this, and then next year I'm going to try to do shows and this as well. I have a team that I've kind of gathered within the years. I've tried to do this, I've tried to do that. It didn't work. You've seen it. I know you've seen it. It just didn't work out. And I'm back at trying to make a team. Well, not make. We've already made it, Riot Control. Shout out to Riot Control. That's Chino, 806 Chino, Ivy, Willow, and myself. And then Mosh Pit Mafia is still a thing. That's with them as well. But that also pertains to people that you haven't seen. You've seen one person a very long time ago. Grim, 9mm, and Slim. They're a part of the Mosh Pit Mafia, and they have actually been a part of my whole journey since I started doing music. So shout out to Grim, shout out to Slim, and shout out to 9mm. They're going to be in the background all the time, but they're still there. And I want to say that I appreciate them on pods. I try to as much as I can, so very much, because they are just, I grew up with them, and they're my brothers, and we've done a lot. 9mm's done a lot, Grim's done a lot, Slim's done a lot, but 9mm, he does the beats for my intros. And so he does beats on that's what he does. He's a producer. So if you want to support 9, just look up 9mm what the fuck? 9mm beats on YouTube, and you can find all of his stuff. But I hit him up a few weeks ago. Today I want to do a revamp for the Mosh Pit, for the Moshcast. Jesus Christ. For the Moshcast, and I want to do a revamp, and I think a new beat is one of that things that I want to do. And he showed up, and he made one, and he said, here it is, and I fucking loved it when I heard it. So that's a new thing that's going to be on the pod, is a new beat. We're going to do some challenges. We're going to do we're going to do a lot of different things for the pod, and hopefully 9mm will be a part of that. I feel like he has a plethora of beats that need to be seen and maybe heard. And so maybe I can incorporate beats that he has made onto my pod. And that also I will say this too, if you are a producer and want to show your beats to me and play them on my pod, on the Moshcast, then we can talk about it and we can work something out. I would like to do that. But I just want to give my flowers to the people that I've been working with. Grim, Slim, 9mm, love y'all. 806 Chino, Willow, Ivy, I fucking love y'all too. And y'all deserve y'all's flowers as much as I can give them. They're going to be on pod. I know that Chino, Willow, and Ivy are going to be on pod. This is going to be the beginning. So this episode is going to be the beginning of the October episodes that I'm going to be posting. I'm going to try to do Halloween as crazy as I can. I want to do some things Halloween-esque. So whenever you see the pods come up, they're going to be Halloween themed. We're going to be dressing up. We're going to do a lot of cool things. Willow's going to be on. Chino's going to be on. And Ivy's going to be on, obviously. And if I can get anybody else to get on, awesome. That'd be great. So I just came on to tell y'all, like, we're still here. I'm still here. And I want to help all the artists here in Amarillo achieve something. Achieve what they dream of. Achieve something that they felt like was not in grasp for them. shows, pod, music videos. All the music videos that are on my YouTube have been made by myself. They're not the best, but they are music videos, and I love them. And if you want a music video done, I can definitely do that. I know a lot of people that do music videos, so if you need people to be in contact with, I got you. If you need contact with people that do shows, I got you. And again, Moshcast is here. If you want to do a pod, I got you. If you want me to shout out some stuff, I got you. Just hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up there. Hit me up. If you know Chino, if you know Willow, if you know Ivy, hit them up and say, hey, I need to talk to Sai. They got me, and they will let me talk to you. I'm not saying that I'm this grand fucking guy here, but if you need a step, I feel like I'm a good stepping stone, and we can make something happen. I want to make more friends on here. I want to talk to as much people as I can. And I want to see I want to see more art here in Amarillo. There's so many amazing artists here in Amarillo. And not even just Amarillo. In the vicinity, I've talked to a lot of people. Underground as fuck. And they are amazing people. So I want to continue to do that. I want to make more friends. Unfortunately, I'm going to make some enemies now. I'm done being on the sidelines and pretending what I see is real. I see a lot of fake shit on Instagram. I see a lot of fake shit on social media so bad, it's insane. And for that, I will say I will make some enemies probably, unfortunately. And I don't care anymore. I've tried to be kind of like on the sidelines of being quiet on some of these things, and I've spat a little bit about certain things and not said any names. I don't know. Maybe I'll say names. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm just done seeing. I don't even know what you would call it. I'm just done seeing the weird shit, the cornball shit that people do here, and we're not that here. And I want people to know that we're not what they show here. We're good individuals and we're talented individuals, and I want people to know that. And for the people that feel like they have you have us in the palm of your hands, that's 100% wrong. You're no better than me, and I shit the same as you, and you shit the same as me. So, yeah, I want to make a lot of friends. I want to make new friends. I want to show new artists. I want to perform with new artists. I want new artists to be on pod. I want to create a relationship with artists here in Amarillo and the surrounding areas. And just continue to do this and be better at it every single day. Again, I just want to apologize for how I've been and how I've acted. I'm better now, and I hope that y'all see that in my shows. I hope y'all see that in the process of doing this podcast again. And this is an apology video. I'm not saying that this is any type of apology video. I just want to come on here and tell y'all what's been going on. And here it is. Like I said, hit me up on Instagram. You got something going on? You want something to do? You have an idea? And you need somebody to help? I got you. And Riot Control and Mosh Pit Mafia got you too. You can hit me up on Instagram. It's almighty_s.i.g.h. It's Almighty Sai. My stuff is everywhere. So if you can't find me, just hit me up on YouTube. Comment on YouTube. Hey, give me your socials, and I'll be like, cool, I got you. So yeah, hopefully this video was good information. If you have any more questions, don't be afraid to ask. Some of the people that you saw on pod are no longer here. Just no longer with what I'm doing, and they don't fuck with me, and I don't fuck with them. And the people that I've said have done bad things, and I've just now became aware of it, or I've became aware of it through the years passing. Fuck them. They're not a part of this shit either. You know, I guess that's like the pros and cons to become, to know people, is that you really start to find out who they really are and what they really do, and how they do things is not the best at all the time, every time. You can only do better, I guess, and I guess you can show that you're better. But that bridge is now burned, and that's how it goes. Sometimes I've lost so many fucking songs, from just bullshit, and I'm done doing that, you know. But yeah, I'm ranting now, but I will be back, and you will see more videos from us, and hopefully y'all stick around and enjoy the things that we have to say. But until then, I'll see y'all later, and like always,
Hey, nah, this bitch
go fuck yourself.